Hello, students! Starting college is a very exciting and enriching time in life, but it can also be very confusing. That's why we are here to help you. By participating in this week's discussion, you'll become more familiar with how Cabrillo College works and how you can be a successful student. Let's get started. When you arrive to college, some of the first questions you may ask yourself is what you will be studying and which classes you will be taking. To answer this, each college has their own course catalog. This is found in either a PDF format online or in a printed booklet. The catalog lists all of the departments, courses, and majors that the school offers, along with many pieces of important information such as course descriptions, admissions requirements, and program or major requirements. This catalog changes each year, so it's important to stay up to date. However, this does not mean that you always have to follow these changes. The requirements that students are subject to follow are according to the year you begin working on your major or program. Whichever program requirements are in place during the year that you start school, you have the catalog rights to those requirements. So even if they change, you are subject to following the requirements in place during the beginning of your college career. The general catalog lists all the classes required for a major, but it does not tell you when the courses are offered. That's where the schedule of classes comes in. The schedule of classes is released each semester, again in both PDF and print formats, and it provides all the details attached to the courses being offered. When, which days of the week, what time of day, who is teaching the course, which classroom it is held in, etc. Additionally, it lists all the fine print information attached to the Cabrillo courses, such as pre- and co-requisites, whether or not a course is CSU or UC transferable, which sections are only available to specific cohorts of students, and so on. Before you sign up for a course, make sure you read and understand all of this information to ensure that your registration will be as smooth and simple as possible. When you first begin to read the class schedule, it may be a little confusing because it is a lot of text on one page. However, once you understand the terms, it is easier to understand. The courses offered that semester will be listed under their respective department, which is organized in alphabetical order in the booklet. Once you find the department, you will see the course titles and numbers, along with a course description. Moving on, it will specify the location of the course. And remember, we offer courses in both Aptos and Watsonville, so make sure you pay attention so you don't sign up for a course in an inconvenient location for you. Pay attention to the section number, which is a 5-digit code which specifies the exact class being offered. For example, you may be looking for English 1A, but there are several English 1A courses being offered on campus. Once you know the course department and number, you must then select a section number, which is attached to a specific time, location, and teacher. Some courses are offered online, which is designated by OL as the location. Also, make sure you note which dates the course is listed for. Most courses last throughout the entire semester. If they are only during specific dates within the semester, it will be noted under the section number. Each course has a number and a name, and these numbers are not random. Instead, they come from the system listed on this slide. The higher the number gets, the more basic the course is. Courses with numbers of 200 or higher are considered basic skills courses, designed for the pre-college level. Courses 1 to 199 will count for associate's degrees. Courses 1 to 99 are transferable to the CSUs, and courses 1 to 49 are transferable to the UCs. Depending on your educational goals, you need to make sure you are taking the appropriate courses which will apply to your degree and help you reach your goals. Now, when you design your ed plan and register for classes, another thing you really need to pay attention to are prerequisites and co-requisites. Although these terms may be new to you, it's pretty simple to understand the meaning. Requisite sounds and looks like required, and basically means the same thing. Pre means before, and co means with or at the same time. Therefore, A prerequisite is a course that a student must take before they register for another course. For example, Chemistry 1A is a prereq for Chem 1B. A co-req, or co-requisite, is a course that you must take in the same semester as another course. For example, English 100 has a co-requisite of English 100L. The L stands for lab. The lab is designed to help you be more successful in the main course. Let's move on and talk about cost. Cabrillo tuition currently consists of $46 per unit. Additionally, there is a cost of required fees, which goes towards things such as your student activity card, student health services, and other administrative fees. If you qualify for the BOG, or Board of Governors waiver, then your tuition will be completely waived. Additionally, you will need to pay for your books and transportation. If you have not done so already, make sure you apply for financial aid each year that you are in school. Now, let's talk about units and what that means. Each course is worth a certain number of units, or credits, and this is determined by how many hours per week the student must spend in class. In other words, the more time you spend in the classroom, the more units the course is worth. For every 1 unit, students spend 1 hour in lecture each week. Additionally, we predict that students will have about 2 hours of homework per 1 unit. You will want to keep this equation in mind when you are deciding how many units you plan to take each semester. Additionally, depending on how many units you have overall, that will determine what level standing you are in. 30 units to be a sophomore, 60 units for a junior, and 90 units for senior level standing. Depending on which university you go to and which major you pursue, you will eventually achieve a certain number of additional units to receive your bachelor's degree. For each course that you take, you will receive a letter grade. This is an evaluation of your performance in the course. If you pass your class, you will receive either an A for excellent work, a B for above average work, a C for average work, or a D for below average work. If you don't pass your class, you will receive an F for a failing grade. Each letter grade is also attached to a GPA, or a grade point average. All the grade points you receive will be averaged together to give you a cumulative GPA. In addition to letter grades, you can also receive a W on your transcripts. This is called a withdrawal. If you withdraw from a class, you do not pass the class, but the W does not affect your GPA. Additionally, some courses are only offered in a credit or no credit, or pass, no pass format. Just to reiterate, letter grades are on a range from A to F, and they are based on a 4-point scale. If you take a course in a pass, no pass format, then your units count, but they are not calculated into your grade point average. When you transfer, you are only allowed to have 14 units maximum in this pass, no pass, or credit, no credit format, so be careful of that. If you begin a class and then decide that you want to drop it, you can remove yourself from a class before the end of the 3rd week of the semester. You will receive a full refund and have no penalty on your transcript if you are able to do this by the deadline. If you miss the drop deadline, then you still have the option of withdrawing from the course, but this also has a deadline. You must withdraw by the 12th week of school at least. After this point, you must receive a letter grade. Cabrillo has certain expectations on how you do in your courses. You must meet a minimum GPA requirement on your cumulative record. This includes all of the courses you have ever taken at Cabrillo. If your GPA falls below a 2.0, then you are put on academic probation. You may also be put on progress probation if you have too many W's, withdrawals, I's, incompletes, or NP, no pass grades on your transcripts. If you are put on probation for 3 consecutive semesters and you are unable to meet the expectations required in that time, then you will be put on dismissal, which will require that you take at least 1 semester off from attending Cabrillo. Any of these situations will put a hold on your registration account, and you will be required to attend a probation or dismissal workshop to discuss the problem and solutions that can help you to become more successful. If you are put on probation, there are different levels: probation 1, probation 2, and then dismissal. If you receive a notice saying you are on probation 1, we strongly recommend that you attend a workshop to receive strategies on how to get you off probation. If you are put on to the next level of probation, level 2, then you will have a hold on your record and a loss of priority registration. You will be required to attend a workshop at this point. Beginning in fall 2016, students on probation level 2 will also lose access to their Board of Governors or BOG waiver from the Financial Aid Department. If you are on probation for 3 consecutive semesters, then you will be dismissed from the school, requiring that you sit out for at least 1 semester in addition to attending a workshop and having a counseling appointment to specifically talk about the issues holding you back from reaching Cabrillo's academic and progress expectations.